precious peeps. It's Antoinette here. I told you I'd come back and make the cookies. I tell you, I have been so darn busy preparing for Christmas, so look what I got on Black Friday at Kohl's. I'm very happy to have a little 5-speed KitchenAid handheld mixer. It's great for condo living. I just don't have room for that big old stand-up mixer. Not to mention, nobody's bought me one for Christmas. Just kidding. Okay, so I opened up the instruction manual, and because it doesn't come with the whisk, which my Black & Decker did, it just comes with these 2 little beaters. And I look at it, it's talking about a storage bag, the whisk, dough hooks, so it's just like the big one. You gotta buy all the accessories. Oh, well, I'll have to buy all the accessories. Good thing I only paid $30 on Black Friday. Okay, peeps, I'm going to get my ingredients together, my apron on, and we'll get started. And we're gonna make the cookies. Okay, so I have my Pyrex bowl and my sifter, and I'm gonna want 1 3/4 cups of finely branched almond flour. This is the Costco variety. In my opinion, it's the best that I've had. And I'm just going to sift a bunch through here because I'm going to want 1 3/4 cup measured after sifting with air fluffed into it. Seriously, look how fluffy it is. See, it's so fine. Almost like white flour. Okay, this is the most important part of the recipe. Well, almost. There are a lot of different aspects of this recipe that are very important, but this is the first important aspect. All right, I have lots of air fluffed into my measuring cup, and so I'm going to want to do the scrape off method and get exactly 1 3/4 cup of fluffed almond flour sifted. All right, I'm gonna have to do a 1/2 cup and 1/4 cup because my sweetener is occupied in my 1 cupper. So we'll do 1/2 cup. Very lightly. Don't pack it. All right, that is leveled off. So that's 1 1/2, and now we need 1/4 cup. I may have sifted the right amount. It's pretty darn close. So we have 1 3/4 cup of sifted blanched almond flour. Now, I don't really need a bowl this big, but I'm using it just so that you can see. All right, now we're going to pour the rest of this almond flour that we did not use back into the canister. We're not going to be using it again. We are not going to use it to flour up to roll out because that packs too much flour into the cookies. So for that, we will be using parchment paper. All right, 1/4 cup of Pillsbury's Best coconut flour. So fine, you don't really need to sift. So I just sprinkle that in there. This is what's going to make the cookies, chewy on the inside. going to mix the two flours together. Next up, I have 2/3 cup of Lakanto powdered sweetener. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough for the icing, so I went to Meijer's today and I bought the Swerve powdered sugar just to make sure. There might be enough, but I'm not positive. What we're not going to put in here is eggs. Eggs are what make it flatten out and spread out, so that's not going to help with your pressed out cookie shapes. So we can't use any eggs. Instead, we're going to replace the eggs with cream cheese. That's the secret. The pink salt. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, it still amazes me that I get this at the dollar store. Salt 84. It's from the Dollar Tree. It's great. It's kosher certified, vegan certified, non-GMO. It's $1 and it's 100% naturally pure at Dollar Tree. They don't always have it because they run out. And this bag, it's good until February 2021. And I've had it all summer, and now it's Christmas time. So, it's great. Now, we're going to move on to the liquid ingredients. I have here the Kerry Gold pure Irish butter, unsalted. So we're going to use 8 tablespoons, or a 1/2 cup, however you want to measure it. We're going to cut it into chunks. This has been out for much of the morning, so it's squishy soft. It's very soft, so you can just drop them in little tablespoon chunks. Like so. Ooh. It's very creamy. Then we're going to use the mixer for the very first time together. It says to mix it on medium speed. Well, I learned something about the KitchenAid handheld mixer. It's very particular about where that little beater goes in there. It's a safety feature. So, well, now I know how to do it. It goes in one way only. Now, if you have a stand mixer, you could just walk away and maybe do some dishes. But I'm going to be here for a while. I need to get this kind of wet looking and crumbly. Good thing I have patience. Okay, probably about 4 or 5 minutes I'll be here. See, it's nice and crumbly, like this. Now, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of cream cheese instead of eggs. The Philadelphia cream cheese is nice and soft. I'm just going to cut out 2 tablespoons. There's only a couple of ingredients left here. All right, 2 tablespoons. 1. 2 tablespoons cream cheese in the bowl. Then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla. I have McCormick's here. Alright. And then we're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of pure almond. This is the Aldi's brand, Stone Mill, the pure almond extract. Just a 1/4 teaspoon of that. And I tell you, that almond extract is very different than the almond flour. It just has such a nice sweet smell. Smells really good. We're gonna mix this up. Okay, I only needed to mix that for a minute, but this tastes really good. Tastes just like sugar cookie dough. Delish. So I have my dough in a ball. You can see the little cream cheese chunks. Because I ruined it. Oh my. I got the cling wrap, but look, I destroyed the box just to get it open. Then I hacked away with a knife at the cling wrap. This is glad. They say, don't get mad, get glad. Right. Okay, so I hacked it all up, but I'll make it work. I'm just gonna roll it all in here. And I'm gonna need to refrigerate this for 1 hour to 2 days. You can leave it in there and do it tomorrow if you want. Oh boy. But, you know, they got all the nasty stuff at work. I will tell you. I mean, those vendors keep coming, you know, with you know, Christmas snacks. I have been very naughty this holiday season. I will tell you that. But that's okay, because come January 1st, you know, we're all doing the 90-day challenge. Honestly, this time of year, I usually just do the best that I can. You know, every year. I mean, I've been doing this since 2016. So between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you know, I don't expect to be perfect keto. So, and I'm not. But, you know, because I'm good the rest of the year, most of the time. So, that's living the lifestyle. This is going in the fridge. I have my parchment paper. I have one laid out, my rolling pin. And we're going to roll it on out in between 2 pieces of parchment paper. I'm probably going to split it in 2. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this one back in the refrigerator. So I have half of the dough, and I'm going to plop it down there, and we're going to roll out to approximately 1/4 inch thickness with my very cool 1950s pink rolling pin. I got it at a garage sale way back last summer. I love it. It's a little hard. Okay. You can see the cream cheese throughout. This takes no time at all. Let me see. We're already almost there. Okay. You almost don't need a rolling pin. You could probably use a bottle of Parmesan cheese if you don't have one. or a spice bottle. Anything, really. Okay, let me just make sure it's kind of even. It's very quick. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. All right, now I got my cookie cutters. I'll tell you, some of these really bring back memories. These are probably as older than me. I'll show you. I remember making these when I was a kid. These little handles. They were probably a wedding gift for my parents. The star, I got the star and I got the tree. I think that's all I got left. They also had, you know, in the 70s, they had poker parties. So I have let's see. I have the club, the spade, the diamond, and the ace. They didn't lose those because I remember sneaking up the stairs for those parties. I'll tell you that much. Okay, then I also have the ones from the 80s that I made my Christmas cookies with my little daughter, who's 36 years old now, her name Antoinette. Yeah, I remember these. I probably got them at Walmart. Oop. Oh, they're with the gingerbread man. Yeah, and it has this little tree, which I think might be more appropriate for keto cookies, you know, because look how little that guy is. Yeah, those were really big cookies. I'll probably make one. And then we got the star and the bell, but I've always loved this little candle. It's very cute to decorate, so yeah, or you gotta move quickly. You can't let this get cooled off. All right, too much chit chat there, I tell you. Here I have some gingerbread men, candlesticks, and a big star in the middle. The oven is preheated to 325, and these are real nice and firm and tight. So they're going in for 8 minutes. I have 3 racks. You'd think I'd want to use all 3, but more than that, I want my cookies to turn out. So we're gonna go back in 4 minutes and flip it around. Okay, they're flipped. They look like they're halfway done because the trick to sugar cookies is when they don't look done is when they're actually done. That's right. We'll come back in 4 minutes. It's been 4 minutes. Let's get them out. Oh, yes. All right. This is how you want them to look. They're lightly browned on the outside, but they're very soft. Did you see that? I even pushed it too hard. Very soft. So I'm gonna get those onto the cooling rack and throw in another batch. I have 8 bells going in the oven. This is about the size of cookie that you want for this recipe. The bells are perfect. I'll show you. You want your cookies to look like this. The little ones, you know, kind of overcooked. And, oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna get those on the cooling rack. I only have 2 candlesticks that survived. But these are good. I mean, they look good. But you want to make cookies that have more substantial size to them. I only have 2 of these, 1 gingerbread. The star worked out, but I want to make my candy cane. They're very good because I ate all of the ones that fell apart, mainly the gingerbread man. Here's my one surviving gingerbread guy. Isn't he cute? Here's my tray of the surviving cookies. gonna have to frost them tomorrow night because I have to do my Christmas cards tonight. It's 6 o'clock. It's after 6 o'clock. And that was my plan. But, alright, so I'm going to put these in the glass bowl and put them in the refrigerator, and we'll frost them tomorrow night because I don't want to be in a hurry about that. What you don't want to be in a hurry about is this. I ruined a whole bunch of them by taking them off too soon. I mean, you know, they're very delicate, see? Oh, my mother's Christmas tree. These are really good, I'm telling you. Just leave them be. These are really good Christmas cookies. You can't even tell the difference, honestly. They just behave differently. As you would expect, right? Oh, they're very, very good. They're really delicious. So, I'm going to work on my Christmas cards. And we'll see you tomorrow night. And we'll make the frosting and frost those cookies. We'll see you then. Well, I'm home. And it's time to make the frosting. Now, today, my coworker Lori, she told me that I had to watch the movie Claus tonight. You know, Klaus. Yes. So, I may have cried off all my makeup by then, by the time I'm done. So, I'm going to make the frosting and frost the cookies in front of the TV. Don't judge me too harshly on my decorating because they're just for me. I'm not going to go nuts tonight over this. So, but last night I decided to put the cookies in the freezer instead. And I did that. And I tell you, the little tiny cookies just cannot survive because my lowly surviving gingerbread man didn't even survive getting put in the pan in the freezer. So I'll have to eat him. Okay, well, I didn't get very far last night on my Christmas cards. So, I need to get to those. So in the interest of time, I decided to make a simple keto icing for my cookies. Because I need to get this project done. And it's for me anyway. So they don't need to be exactly beautiful. So here's how you make it. I have a half a cup of powdered sugar Swerve right here. And I'm just going to pour that in a little bowl. Alright, then 1.5 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Let's see. So this will be really quick and easy. I've made this before. Oh, I forgot. A splash of lemon juice. Got my lemon juice. Yeah, just, I mean, you could just do a splash of water as well, but just as needed for consistency. I like the lemon juice. I think it'll go good with these cookies. I'll tell you, the flavor of that almond extract is great. Alright. Need a little bit more. I really don't want to add too much more. I might need to just also add, see, looks like a dough. I need a splash of water. I'm going to use purified. It's that simple. Then you have icing. Every time I do a video, Buffy comes here to eat. It's the funniest thing. Oh. Alright, see, now it's... Now it's a nice icing. Okay, so I have a nice icing. Now, to spread on the cookies, that might be a little too runny. I'm just gonna put a little too much water in it. I'm just going to add a little bit more Swerve. You know, you just do this to consistency. Alright, I'm liking it. This is the icing you could put on anything. Truffle cinnamon rolls. Alright, it's great. I'm just going to refrigerate it for about 5 minutes and maybe add a little food coloring and frost my cookies, and I'll show you my plate when I'm done. Then I gotta hit those cards. I mean, tomorrow is the 10th, so I need to get those in the mail. I have a few cookies decorated. It's just a few. That's all I had time for tonight. But, yeah, the icing is really good, and they are good just even without icing. They're really yummy. They have a lot of flavor, so there you have it. Next time we're going to be doing candy and cakes. I got these at Aldi's. They're like cake size. And yeah, I'm going to try to do tree cakes. And then with these, I'm going to try to do a candy mold. My plan is to make peppermint bark. So that'll be next time. But first I have to take care of my Christmas obligations. So I got to get the cards out. Thanks for coming by for another video. And we will see you very soon. I don't know when. There are so many Christmas obligations. You know how it is. So you know that I will be here for you just as soon as I'm available. We'll see you next time. Breakfast. Coffee and cookies. Look, there's my tree. These are so good. I really like the plain ones. Look at that. Oh, they're so good. I'm a dunker.